Okay guys, if you want to skip this introduction where I'm talking about what each category means from the significators, because I get all these questions, oh, I teach the same cards everywhere. No, these are significators. If you've already been through it, know what I'm doing, just jump forward. At 5 minutes, this is when the reading starts. Okay, for those of you who don't know, please go through it once. That's all it would take. Okay, and also you can check more about this reading on my website, cattarot.ca. Thank you. Hi guys, these are July X series. So let me make this generic introduction for the new ones and for those of you who actually forgot about these dimensions that I'm exploring over here. And I am going to put the stamp down in the description so you can just jump through it if you already know what this means, but this is not going to be that long. Please check on my website for this spread. It is on the special. Currently it is $50, and I'm not going only 1 month when I'm doing a private reading. I'm actually going up to 3 months and exploring this actually much deeper than here on the site. So okay, the very first category, it is a 1. It is a magician. This is telling me, is this meant to be? Sometimes you can be 30 years with a person and it's just simply not meant to be. So we are going to be exploring this dimension. Then, so basically, do you have everything that you can lift this relationship off the ground, and is it going to be really that fulfilling? Then the second one is Temperance. In the upper situation, we are seeing an angel that is merging 2 different people together and successfully, and look, there's this shine on going from his halo, right? But in the reverse situation, I want to see what is really not working out. So I mean, every relationship has its own basically cross to bear. So here basically we are going to see what is the obstacle, what needs to be glued in this relationship. Queen of Wands is generally representing sometimes fire signs, but in this spread I always use Queen of Wands because this tells me about dating, feeling at your best, because people do come back because they kind of like want to feel as best to each other, right? So that's what's going to be like one significator. And second significator for your partner, which could be male or female, it is up to you. It's kind of intermingling kind of things, is going to be Knight of Wands. So if this is like on and off relationship, more or less like if that somebody's an ex, because again you want him to kind of gallop on a big horse and kind of like get you, or you want this energy flying. Or for those of you who are going through you know, official breakups, would be King of Wands. So this is for on and off relationships, or if he's coming back, right? And now we have the 8 of Wands, and 8 of Wands is going to talk about the communication and the energy in between the two of you, just to see what's happening there. So Queen of Wands, how he or she sees you. 9 of Wands, how basically this person feels about themselves, what he thinks, what he feels. And then it's bringing me to Judgment. This is one of my actually 3 major karma cards, and or 4 in total, because I also include Ace of Swords to be one of the karmic ones. So simply, what is karma talking about is connection. And lastly, the last category is going to be 4 of Wands. So here I really want to see if you guys are going to the next level, the quality of this relationship, and so on and so forth. So this is this much about the spread that we are going to be reading here for July. So we're going to go first 10 days, second 10 days, third 10 days, and then I'm going to give you a sneak peek for the beginning of August, because I have to do that a little bit later, because on the 1st I would have way too much work on my hands. So I'm moving this from the 7th to 7th. And guys, don't forget that I have the other types of readings. I have karmic readings, I have past life readings, I have 20 minutes, 40 minutes, depending on how many questions really you have. What is really also important for those of you who don't know, that there is also a Viber on Facebook, and I'm trying to kind of like give you different aspects of each card and kind of like give you kind of positive notes. So join in, and anybody who shares any of my posts this month is entered into a contest for getting one of these 3 readings. And for those 2 of you who still didn't contact me regarding the reading that you want for June, please do. All right, so let's jump in. Hi Capricorns, welcome to X series. I have shuffled the cards, so let's just jump in. So let's see what is in your toolbox for the first 10 days of July. Whoa, that would be you. This also could mean that you have some kind of passionate moments on your mind. We're going to see where it goes. It could be gambling, could be overspending, it could be kind of like living la vida loca. So while there is a broken heart, there is like either rejection or pain, or you know, it could be an extra person here and it's something that needs to do. An actual discard as well can mean this, that it will be either you or somebody here that is, well, not only in a way, but kind of like it almost looks like unachievable, or you kind of like feel rejected. So this could be either you or this could be your partner, so you have to figure out which one it is. So how are you seen? Well, you're seen as a warrior. Like, you're seen as like, look, I have been wounded, I have been kind of like defeated, but I did manage to pull myself up by my strings, and right now I am really willing to go one more extra step, just one more, and let's see, one more chance, what happens. So the communication is the sunshine. So the sun is starting to shine. There is like some kind of innocence being reborn. So this is 9, this is 1. So there is a shift, guys, that is happening. It looks like it's from some kind of turmoil coming into kind of feeling of lightness. So your partner is sad, your partner is depressed. This is talking about your partner feels that everything is lost. There's this like incredible sadness. So what is karma here saying? Karma is saying go forward. Karma is saying, look, the Chariot is here. Chariot kind of like means dust yourself off, keep going. Chariot is kind of like unifying forces, unifying 2 different things, kind of making them go forward, even though maybe they were going their own ways. So maybe you guys split apart, but this is time to kind of figure out how to move it forward. Karma is saying find a way. So the quality of relationship, you see, there is like still some kind of burdens. Either you or a partner has some kind of burdens or secrets, and it's kind of getting really heavy burdened, and look, he's just barely making it. You know what's going to happen any moment, that's going to fall apart. So if this is you guys, the advice is like try to figure out important things and kind of like drop anything that is not necessary in this moment. So let's see from the 11th to 20th. Mind you, tarot is notorious for time. It just like tells me what it wants to tell me. So here we go. Again, that can be a 3. It can be, where do I go from here? How do I go from here? What do I want? Setting goals. And who is included in my goals? What needs fixing is the transient nature of things. You don't want things to be transient. You're setting your eye on real goals. There is like some kind of fire, or you're attracted to fire. You see, you actually have some kind of walls around you. You're very guarded. You guarded both with money and with your life. You kind of like want something really solid, but be very careful not to build too big of the walls. See, there is like a weakness regarding this, and this is some kind of issue of commitment. You have the Sun and you have a Strength reverse. So something, either you're not ready or not capable to commit. So what about your partner? Your partner is willing to work with you. Something happened that pushed your partner away, but your partner is willing to come back and work on things, discuss things. Let's put it this way, discuss things. even though they're not pleasant. So just be very careful if this happens, that you're not overpowering, that you are not, because the strength can mean like just too much force as well. And then if you do that, because you have the Chariot and then you have a Strength, it's like both very, very forceful cards. You see, because that can end up in this. It can end up, why did I say what I said? Anxiety again, wondering if things will work out and why it didn't work out. Something may happen here. Maybe it's not the right timing, because it's a 9. Something is still finishing around here, guys. You see, there is like the dreamers, what do I really want? One of you partners is like in this frame of mind, not really sure in which direction to go, kind of like when still you're up in the air, you kind of like cannot ground yourself to kind of experience all these things. But it's kind of interesting that you have major arcanas over here and you came in the first category, meaning like you can be your own magician, right, to kind of create. So let's see from the 21st to 31st. Well, look, you're stuck in the past. This could be like all the way back when you were a child. This could be about your kids. And it's kind of like really staying and romanticizing. This is almost like looking at something that happened, dreaming about this. Just be careful. This person is not as perfect as you think it is, or she is, or he is. Wow, you have Magician reversed. Try not to present yourself as better than you are. Try not to think of the other person as they are better than they are. This is like talking about, look, Magician can create a whole bunch of things I just said, but make sure that creates a good thing, because this can actually go in a really wrong direction. You can love and hate a person at the same time, and this can mean manipulation. So be careful about that. Or the person might feel manipulated. So here, there is some kind of cutting certain things off, but it could be really harsh, some kind of harsh thing. We're talking here, right? Judge Judy telling you off, and you kind of like not having ability to really breathe, because King of Swords is not really a fun encounter. Communication, you know, somebody's feeling overwhelmed with things, with places, with everything just going on. Maybe this is why, maybe it could be you, and you are not able to trust either yourself or the outside, and hence pulling out, their hands maybe even lashing out. See, but the other person is like stretching the hand. They did calm down, and now they're saying, look, I'll meet you on your own terms. This is like Pentacles, this is your suit, and saying, okay, you know what, let's build slow. See, the mountains are something really, really far in the distance, but let's go through this kind of like rose garden. Let's go and let's build something slowly. Let's be friends first. So it is kind of a new beginning. This is like really opportunity, taking charge, taking advantage of an opportunity. So really, and this is going to happen if you don't kind of, you have to build your grounds properly. Otherwise, if this is kind of all built on this illusion, it's going to collapse. So Judgment is saying again, just like don't have too much fire in this relationship, because the fire is not going to work right now. See, this is saying still the truth is not being told. Still there is like, and that's the King of Swords. So you either didn't say this truth to yourself, or you're waiting for something to happen. I think it's more or less your own truth. The Ace of Swords is a karmic card. It is talking about something happening really, really fast. It means like even the small things, and this could be the small things, the smallest little lie, something that to you is maybe nothing. Oh, you look so amazing today. But to other person, they translate this, I want to be with you for the rest of your life. And all of a sudden there is like poof, big explosion, right? So this kind of like has to, kind of like you have to come to terms, not only how you come across to the other people, but also how basically who you really are, and where are your goals, and how will you get there. Like you do have this opportunity here. So let's see the first week in August. Well, there is stability here coming, and something can be solidified. What needs to be fixed again, like the how how things are communicated needs to be fixed, or maybe spying on a person needs to be fixed. Kind of try to go with open conversation. But I think you're a little bit afraid of open conversation because it looks like you have been told that you could be abrupt, right? Or that you can be a sweet talker and, let's say, used car salesman, and then, like, I mean, that you say one thing and do another. So what's happening here? King and the Emperor and the Hierophant reversed, and the King of Swords reversed. This actually could be a child. So is there a divorce or some kind of like getting out of some obligations that are societal obligations, and you're finding your way to work out the kingdom, and hence you're establishing your own rules? Even though kind of like you're still very taken with how to go about it. So Two of Swords reversed is like you're still not able to make a decision. You still feel maybe it's not the right time, or you're overpowered about that. You see, King of Swords and Queen of Swords, you have your partner in your mind, and you're still not having meeting of the minds here. See, karma is saying, yeah, it's still not time. Like the soulmate is here, but like a card still has to reverse, right? The passion has to come around. So the truth has to come out. Things have to be ironed out. You both have to kind of adhere to the same rules, and this pain of the third party has to go away. Wow, so getting the Emperor, check this out, and the Empress. So you're getting together in the very end. So it could mean that one thing is finishing, that maybe you lost your soulmate, but there's something else opening up as well. This can also mean the Empress is great. So this is coming into the fullness. You're becoming a great mother, a great father, taking care of your kids, being creative, coming into life. It's a really good card. And Emperor and Empress is like two people together, kind of crowning this. So this is you. So it's just like some burdens have to be resolved. So as far as horoscope signs, I see a Leo twice. I see Taurus, I see Libra, I see Aries, and I see Capricorn and Cancer. So lots of influences, and Gemini, So guys, this is going to be interesting. You are letting go of one soulmate. It looks like you are letting go of some disturbance, but the person that you have in mind looks like is really willing to work with you and work, well, sort of like, let's kind of try to figure out. But I really want to see what's going to happen. Looks like there's lots of indecision on the surface, but lots of things are happening under the surface. So it will be really interesting to figure out how this kind of played out for you. So if you could, please comment. Also, please subscribe, like and share, and join my Facebook. And until our next meeting, I love you guys. All the best.